Buenos dias to this lazy Sunday Cryptocito episode. And guys, we are at the verge of 70,000 US dollars with Bitcoin. Great to see that. We actually scratched 70K the other day. And yeah, are just now hovering around that. To be honest, I think from my view, it would be healthy if we're just hovering around that for a couple more weeks until the Bitcoin pre-halving rally kicks off, which I guess is early April, so in 3 to 4 weeks. And for altcoins to just make a move, right? Because like I said, the Bitcoin dominance is still quite high. So I would love for altcoins to start running now and to make up some ground and to decrease the Bitcoin dominance, right? This is where we're at. We're seeing some moves from some altcoins. Near has also done a big move, up 47%. Also great project. We're also running a validator, by the way, with StakeC2 on Near protocol since a very long time already. And yeah, we also just partnered with Meta protocol, which is their liquid staking provider. And yeah, you're gonna see probably also more Near stuff on StakeC2. And yeah, some others have also gone up nicely. Uniswap up 18%, and so on and so forth, right? Shiba Inu, of course, the meme coins, and Dogecoin up the most on the week. And yeah, overall, very good week, very green, very bullish, and very exciting, right? I still think, though, this is only the pre-bull run, right? The real fun begins only when everything is in price discovery, which means everything hits new all-time highs. If you look at Cosmos specifically, we can see Atom $13.50, Akash Network $6.24. I got a lot. Akash is now my largest bag in my portfolio, to be honest. I bought a lot of Akash at around 25 cents. And this is now a solid 25x or something. So very nice to see that. And yeah, some others have also made some good moves. Chihuahua also now, yeah, waking up again. Hopefully Chihuahua can absorb more of that meme coin mania that's going on right now. Would really love to see that. Territory up 80%. I haven't followed what's going on here, but great to see if you're holding territory or still hold on to your airdrop that you got. Congratulations. Yeah, Ryzen Gravity Bridge up 5%. I'm actually also going to meet Deborah next week here in Dubai. So also going to get the hottest and latest insights about Gravity Bridge and her involvements in Cosmos. Xpla, which is I think one of the least talked about Cosmos projects out there, to be honest. They were at Cosmos last year. Xpla is a gaming project based in South Korea. Very strong team. And I think super under the radar, right? Like also like $124 million market cap, not that high. So maybe one to put in your watch list and to do due diligence on, right? Xpla, very, very interesting. Dimension also up at $7 again. Great to see. I still hold around 40% of my airdrop that I got fully staked. So I'm getting also all the airdrops. We talked about this in the previous video. Kive up 5%, Archway, Stride $4.42. Nice to see overall. Also evmos back above 10 cents. I saw some comments from you guys that you want to see an evmos update. Yeah, I have to get in touch and talk with the team and see what's the exclusive alpha, the exclusive C2 alpha they're giving me. But overall, from my observation, it looks like they restructured, repositioned themselves to target more Ethereum developers, Ethereum applications. They built the dApp store. They also made a great hire with Jacques, who is someone that I've been knowing for 3 years now. He's been based in Lisbon at the time when I was there. And he's great, very, very great. So that's good news. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, that's about it. Overall, very green, very bullish. I want to get some things out of the way, and then I want to talk about the main topic, which is Atom price potential update and some of my views. But first of all, StakeC2 fam, we just launched our Jackal node. You can now delegate your JKL tokens to us. Jackal is a decentralized storage protocol built on Cosmos. So it's a sovereign layer 1 blockchain. And I think specifically with this whole AI craze and storage, as a narrative, this is definitely an interesting project. They already went up a lot. So I think they launched quite high. I remember like when I got the airdrop, I think it even wicked to like $2 or something, if I'm not mistaken. And then it corrected. Obviously, they also launched during the bear market. And then I think it went down to like 2 or 3 cents, and now it's at 70 cents, above 70 cents. So congratulations to Patrick, the founder and team. Patrick was also briefly on the channel here in my December episode, the Christmas episode, the year wrap up, Cosmos mega stream with like 20 guests that we had on there. And shout out to Andy and the Roll Up fam for co-hosting that. But yeah, Jakal, you can now delegate to us. Much, much appreciated. Then I also want to give a shout out to my man, Li Tang, who is also my researcher here at CryptoCito. He's part of the CryptoCito team. And he has this little pet project, NFT collection on Stargaze, where he's minting out his NFTs. Chop Chop, they're called. They're only minting at 432 stars, $18. I'm not actually sure that when you're watching this video, the minting is still live, because they're closing the mint today, and then they will burn all unminted NFTs, right? Then some more housekeeping. Picasso Networks, maybe a brief update here, because some people have asked me. I did an interview with Brainjar in person here like a month ago. So if you haven't seen that, it's on Twitter. Please go watch it. And you can actually find that if you just type in Shisha here on Twitter. And it's literally the first one that shows up here, February 1st. So 5 weeks ago, we did this interview here at 44 minutes, full overview of everything, the journey so far, Mantis games, Solana restaking, Ethereum restaking, the Pika token. Absolutely everything is covered in that video. Obviously, I had some choppy price action over the past couple of weeks after pulling a 40x though. So I have 2 theories. One theory is just this is natural consolidation, and some of the early buyers that are cashing in profits, because some of them are sitting on a 40, 50x, right? Even I bought Pika when it was only listed on Pablo Dex with huge slippage, but at a 5 million valuation or something like that. I just bought some on the open market. So that at a peak of a 230 million valuation was like a 45, 50x or something, right? So there are some people that have bought very early, and that are just on the open market, and then might have taken some profits. And it's still a young coin. It's still it's relatively liquid, but it's not as liquid. So if someone is selling 6 figures, you will see it on the charts. And also, my second theory is that there's maybe some early ex-employee or whatever that has an allocation that is selling that off and exiting their position. That could also be the case, because yeah, I mean, there's some choppy price action, but we're going to look in the chart in a second. But overall, on the product development side, I think everything is running. Obviously, now all eyes are on Ethereum IBC and Solana IBC to go live. The race is really on, and the race is tight. I mean, there are so many contenders now. There's also Polymer in the race, Union in the race. I think Picasso still is ahead as of now. But now it's really going to be interesting who is going to be first to ship, especially Ethereum IBC, right? Solana IBC, to be honest, I think is something that is very hard to compete with Picasso at this point, because they have massive traction through the network they have been building up. They have also some investors from the Solana team, from the Solana ecosystem, just like some people that have invested there. And their vaults are just killing it, right? $16 million are in those vaults. Picasso focusing on Solana IBC, Solana restaking is already a huge product. Obviously, if they can also capture some Ethereum IBC market shares and probably also restaking or whatever, this would also be huge, right? But we have to see how things evolve. And yeah, Mantis games seem to be a good success so far. Now, as I promised, let's really look at the chart just below 1 cent. And you can really see here, I mean, yes, we've been consolidating, going down a little bit, but let's be honest, guys, this was at 0.0004 for a long time, long time. And then it pulled a 50x here. And now it's consolidating, right? It's like, yes, it's down 50% from the all-time high, 67% from the absolute all-time high. But it's also been just 2 months ago, right? And yeah, valuation around 91 million, just below 100. You can also stake your Pika. I think it's 9% staking APR, something like that. There might also even be an airdrop for getting the Mantis token if you stake Pika. So check that out as well. Now let's get into the main topic of today, which is the sentiment check around the Cosmos Hub and Atom and price potential. Obviously, Atom has always been this kind of slow coin in the Cosmos ecosystem that kind of represents Cosmos, but not actually. And if you're holding Atom, you're not fully exposed to Cosmos. If you're holding Atom, you do get a lot of airdrops though. So, we got a lot of airdrops for just staking Atom left and right over the past 3 years. And I don't think that's slowing down. But yeah, I want to just briefly go through some of the things. So I prepared some tabs here. Number one, Atom 1 and GovGen, right? GovGen is the governance chain, that's serving the launch of the Atom 1 fork of the Cosmos Hub. That's basically Jay and All in Bits that are forking the Cosmos Hub and Atom, and that are launching their own minimal IBC and ICS hub, right? There's some great validators onboarded. We talked about this a lot over the past couple of weeks. Now it's all eyes on the Atom 1 hub actually launching, because that's the one that's actually the chain that is launching Atom and also Photon. So yeah, that's it. But I think, I keep saying this, it's a bullish fork. That's also their slogan here, right? Through the original vision and primary mission of Cosmos, right? So they're saying we're going back to the roots. This is what Cosmos actually is all about, or the Cosmos Hub. You can also follow them on Twitter, _Atom1. Hashtag Atom is going to be the token, which is not live yet. So yeah, that's about it. And in that context, also, they are launching Noland, right? Noland is still launching, I guess. My personal guess is that Noland, instead of becoming Atom secured, will become Atom secured. So I think this makes the most sense. This is just my personal random guess. I could be totally wrong, but bullish forks away drama, forks away a vision, so that Atom itself can actually focus on doubling down on the Atom economic zone development, attract new consumer chains, improve and refine tokenomics, explore new ventures, explore new business models, be more at the pulse of innovation. But yeah, Alice Network is going to be one of the next 2 Atom secured chains that is in the pipeline. They already confirmed that they want to be Atom secured and join the Atom economic zone. It's a perpetual exchange. There will also be an Alice airdrop for the Atom community. So that's great to see. I think that Alice is going to be the second chain to launch with partial set security. Partial set security is the next step in the evolution for shared security on the Cosmos Hub, which allows a more seamless and faster onboarding for Atom secure chains. The first one, actually, I think is going to be Aether, right? The EVM hub that's also going to launch with an airdrop for the Atom community and for the Atom community only. So they had a quick FAQ here. When will it launch? It will launch once partial set security goes live, which I think is about to go live. The snapshot has not been taken yet for Atom. So you're getting this airdrop, already 2 airdrops, the Alice and the Aether airdrop that you're getting. Less than $100 required as a minimum. So they really want to go hard to like incentivize and reward and compensate retail for onboarding this EVM chain to the Cosmos Hub. And they're like, I had a space with them over an hour, and like my bottom line after this was they're full on degens. They understand DeFi, and they also understand tokenomics, and they also understand how to make a coin relevant, right? Like a lot of the things they said were like, yes, we never heard these things being spoken out about Atom, and they really have some good ideas on how to strengthen Atom's role as a primary collateral in DeFi, right? And as a competitive player to all the other innovative chains out there, right? Like Solana, Avalanche, and so on and so forth. So only for Atom, they focus purely on Atom value accrual, on Atom positioning, and that's cool to see. So this one, I guess, is going to be the first one, and then we'll see Alice Network, and hopefully after that we'll see Noble, which is now fifth after Avalanche, $200 million in native USDC issued. That's the native USDC issuance chain, and that's great to see. And just for comparison, right? Like Noble launched the same time as USDC launched in Polkadot, right? So they launched at the same time, yet Noble absorbed 10 times more of native USDC issued. And Noble is also the only native IBC-enabled chain for USDC. That's great to see. So bullish things there. I hope Noble will really join once PSS is live. And then I guess they will probably also have their own token at this point. And yeah, we'll see where that goes. So now let's move on to liquid staking from shared security. Shared security is one of the flagship products. Liquid staking is another one where the Cosmos Hub is very innovative, probably one of the most innovative chains in all crypto, because they have also not only kind of pioneered and brought Tendermint on the space and proof of stake in general, so staking in general, but also with liquid staking, Stride, P-Stake, Quicksilver, we have a lot of liquid staking providers. Stride is also fully Atom secured, and Stride is the market leader for liquid staking in Cosmos. But also P-Stake is another contender in the liquid staking space. But I really want to show you real quick one cool feature that you might not be aware of on how you can not only liquid stake your liquid Atom, but how you also can liquefy your already staked Atom. Because a lot of people are still telling me like, oh, the unbonding period, 21 days on Atom is so bad. But you don't have to do that. You don't have to unbond. Like if you're unbonding your Atom, you're doing it wrong. You're just doing it wrong. So instead of unbonding, having to wait 21 days where you can't do anything, where you're not earning staking rewards, and where you're not considered for airdrops, instead of doing all that, which only has downsides, and you're weakening the security of the Cosmos Hub chain. So instead of doing that, you come here with your wallet where you have Atom staked already that you want to unstake or you want to sell or you want to use or you want to liquid stake, whatever. You come here, you click on Atom, and you see up here, it says show staked assets. This needs to be switched on. It's switched on by default, so you should always be able to see it. And then you see here your liquid positions. And here down here, you see your staked assets. So you can see that. And then you click on that. And then you can literally liquefy your position. You can also liquefy just 50 or half of that or whatever you want. And then you get SDK Atom. And then with a few clicks, you get it immediately. You don't have to wait 21 days. I think this is something that you should start using if you haven't yet, right? That's the liquid staking module developed by Inclusion. That's already live for almost a year now, I think. And that's very innovative. Next up, I want to talk about one of the most bullish catalysts, I think, for Atom on the product development side. So we talked about shared security. I talk a lot about restaking as a narrative. And I think specifically when Eigenlayer goes live, Babylon Chain, Picasso, there's also a couple other restaking protocols and other ecosystems. But yeah, I think we're going to see a big restaking season. So this partnership between Babylon Chain and Informal Systems, which is the company, the software development firm that maintains and innovates shared security on the Cosmos Hub, led by Cosmos co-founder Ethan Buckman, they've partnered and they are going to bring Bitcoin staking to the Cosmos Hub, which turns the Cosmos Hub into a multi-asset security aggregator. And this is the first of its kind. Very, very interesting to see that partnership. This is super important, big BD win for the Cosmos Hub. Besides that, we obviously, like I said, already have Stride and Neutron as Atom secured chain. Neutron has a $1.5 billion valuation. Stride has a 400 million valuation and 180 million almost TVL. Now, another thing that I'm beyond bullish on is Asteroid Protocol, which is the inscriptions protocol on the Cosmos Hub developed by Delphi Labs. And Delphi Labs is a big name in crypto, huge investment firm, but also incubator. They also incubated projects like Mars Protocol, Astroport, Apollo. I think these projects are all spinning out now and kind of become their own thing. And Asteroid will then primarily be maintained by Delphi, but I also think they might even spin out and be their own project. But yeah, this is very exciting. The inventor or the core engineer behind Asteroid is actually also the one who kind of invented BRC20 tokens on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin OG, who made use of the ordinals protocol, and we have a lot of cool projects here, right? I mean, we now have the marketplace live. You can literally buy CFT20 tokens. Rights is one that I have been buying some recently. It's currently at, I think this implies like a $4 million valuation. I think it's 100 million coins. So 4 cents, that's like 4 million fully diluted valuation for Reutz right now. You can just go here, reserve, and then buy. So there's 2 transactions you have to do. But yeah, there's some cheap roids here. I'll probably keep scooping them. And yeah, very bullish on Asteroid. We also have the stake token. So that's the Stakecito we've had, what we launched yeah, with Stakecito a couple of months ago, basically inscribed that into the Cosmos Hub blockchain. And there's also a decent market here. Like, people are trading. We also have some storylines around it. It's a fun culture experiment on the Cosmos Hub blockchain. So yeah, that's that. And you can also inscribe your own JPEG kind of NFT collection here, in that sense, right? Which we're seeing here, left and right. So very bullish on Asteroid. I think this is a great product that's severely underrated and the least talked about on the Cosmos Hub right now. Then lastly, we have the Grayscale news, right? I made a video about this the other day. Grayscale chose 9 coins for their GDIF, which is a dynamic income fund, where they basically want to generate cash flow for staking. And they chose 4 Cosmos assets: Tia, Osmo, Say, and Atom. And this is amazing, right? Alongside Aptos, alongside Coinbase staked Ethereum, and alongside Sol and Near, they chose Atom, right? And Dot, of course, as well. So that's great to see. I think it's a big win for Atom and a huge sign of life. And I think this is also severely underrated. And like, from a asset perspective on like Atom as an asset, this is very bullish. So that all together leads us to some more things that are maybe on the horizon, right? I'm still waiting for also David's proposals. I think so far we haven't seen any proposals yet to really vote on. Liquid staking tax, some value accrual mechanisms for Atom moving forward. Also, liquidity as a service, time wave, Atom Wars. Atom Wars is also something I'm very bullish on. I think that is something where we're going to see more details in the next week or 2 or 3. Also, Cycled by Informal, which is another project that I guess is going to be fully Atom aligned. So there's a lot of things cooking on the liquidity side, the asset side, the tokenomics side. And I think with this Atom fork, Jay's vision forking away, Atom has a lot less headwind moving forward to execute with those ideas, right? That's my view here. And lastly, of course, we're going to see continuous airdrops for Atom. We're going to see Atom airdrops left and right moving forward. I mentioned Illis Network. Mantra Chain is doing an airdrop for Atom and Bad Kids holders. Kinetics is doing an airdrop for Atom holders. We just got the Dimension one. We just got the Pive one. I think that also was for the Atom community. Ether we're getting. Movement, this is still speculation. We might get it. Namada we're definitely getting. Celestia we got, and that was a big one. And through Celestia, we're getting now all these other airdrops that we're getting for staking Celestia. So thanks for that. We've got the Gitopia one, the Flix one, the Nomic one, which we've been compounding now for 2 years. I don't know if they're ever going to launch their token, to be honest. But yeah, Nomic, we got Archway. We're getting Archeo, which is a RPC chain developed by the team that's also built Torchain, so Chad Barraford, and also people from Shapeshift. So Eric Voorhees' company, and Eric Voorhees has also tweeted about Archeo. So that's also one to put in your watch list. We got a Neutron airdrop, which is a huge airdrop as well, only for Atom. We got Nolus, White Whale, Prism. We're still getting Stride one was also big airdrop for Atom, and many more over the years, right? Like we got a Shade airdrop, we got a Chihuahua airdrop, we got Stargaze airdropped. Everything we got airdrop for staking Atom over the years. So I think this won't stop. This won't slow down. I would even say that, you know, getting these airdrops and then staking them, like the Dime airdrop, for example, will keep getting us other airdrops. So these airdrops keep breeding new airdrops. And that's why I think Atom, I'm more and more optimistic on Atom. Like I said in my post, it's around 20% of my portfolio. But it's not anymore the largest position, you know, just because coins like Akash Network, AKT pulled a 25x and like it's now the largest position. I also got an allocation into Say Network that's doing really well, but that's not even liquid yet. But in my liquid portfolio, I think Atom is second right now, and is around 20% of my portfolio size, right? What is now the price potential, right? Because right now Atom is ranked 27. It's still in the top 30, which to be honest is quite decent. Volume is also relatively nice, 280 million, more than Aptos, more than Immutable, around optimism level. So more than ICP, way more than Ton, more than Red BTC. Yeah, I mean it's competitive volume. I hope now that Atom will just snap to $25 to $30 over the next couple of weeks. That will be ultra bullish, because then there's actually a way for Atom to get into the top 15, maybe even higher than that. If we just do a quick 2x now over the next couple of weeks. If you also look at the chart, I think I'm not a TA analyst, I told you that, but I think once we cross here the highs here from September 2022, $17 I think it was, I think then it can actually snap to like over $20 very, very fast. We just need to get back up there. But yeah, hovering around $13.50 now for 2 days. And then the all-time high was at $44. Yeah, 44.45. So I think, to be honest, it's not unthinkable that we're reaching all-time highs for Atom. And given that we're still getting airdrops, we still have 15% staking APR since 3 years now, this hasn't been that bad to hold, right? And we're still in the top 30, while other coins have dropped out of the top 20 like crazy and are irrelevant now. Atom is relatively well positioned, right? Which brings me to my potential for Atom, this bull run. And my potential is always the worst case, the minimum that Atom could reach is ADA all-time highs in the past, right? ADA reached a $95 billion market cap in 2021, which is an 18x upside for Atom and would put it at $244 per coin. So if the stars really align, I think Atom could go much higher than that. By stars aligning, I mean we continue to get big airdrops. The Babylon integration launches first on the Cosmos Hub. So the Cosmos Hub becomes the first Bitcoin staking chain in the world. We see Atom Wars gaining massive traction. We see Noble migrating, and also hopefully Kava, so that we have native USDT and USDC secured by Atom. We see more baller consumer chains migrating to the Cosmos Hub, and we just see more native revenue accrual for the Cosmos Hub through refined tokenomics and more, fee generation, revenue accrual, Atom implemented as default gas across the interchain. A lot of the things have to come together, but this all paired with the fact that Atom is the most decentralized chain in Cosmos, entirely leaderless, has a quite distributed token liquidity and many hands out there worldwide for many years, battle-tested, resilient, while newer tokens like TIA or SEI, they still have to go through 2 years of redistributing the token, right? From the early investors that are sitting on 100, 200, 500x. So they still have to go through that phase. And I'm very bullish on SEI and TIA, don't get me wrong, but Atom went through all of that. Atom went through identity crises for many years, and it's still standing, it's still there. $250 sounds a lot, but an 18x is not too crazy in a bull run, right? So always think about that as well. Obviously from the $6 lows, that 18x would become a 50, 60x, so that's quite decent. But yeah, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoy your Sunday. I'll see you guys with a new video next week. Stay safe, guys, and be good.